this is Andy. He's going to help show the trailer. He likes to be right with us all the time. Sharon has a friend that wanted to know the specs on the trailer and see the inside and that kind of thing. So on this video, we're going to show you the trailer and tell you all about it. So come on over and we'll take a look.
Come on, Andy. Come on. Come on.
Okay, the trailer has one 12,000-pound single jack leg. It's got two 20-pound propane tanks. The box on the trailer from here back is 29 feet. The gooseneck is 8 feet, or the gooseneck. So it's a total of 37 feet long. Come on down here. Both of the entry doors have steps. This is an escape door for the trailer, so that if you need to walk one in and get out this way, you can. This is the first stall. It's got 3 side storage compartments. This one's unlocked, you can see in there. We store a lot of gear in there. It's got 16-inch rims and tires. It's got 4 drop-down windows on each side. The head side has these bars that Rowdy likes to stick his head out, so sometimes we'll drop the bars down.
Andy wants to be in the picture.
You in here, Andy? It's got 4 of these trailer ties on each side, and Sharon and I went up into Missouri and had these trailer ties made by the Amish. They custom made these, sewed them together to our specs. This is the ladder up to the top. We do have an Onan 4000 generator. This is it's a gas powered generator. This is where you put the gas in at. The tack room is kind of small. We did not get a mid tack. Has room for 4 saddles, 20 bridle hooks, a light inside there for when it gets dark. It's got racks for 4 blankets and then brush trays that you can see we've already got full up. You can see the generator box up there. That's called the hush box. Makes the generator quieter when it's running, but it's pretty quiet anyway, I think, even without that. You want to show the inside?
Yeah.
We're storing our trash in here right now.
We've been here a week.
But you can see the inside. Each horse has a stall. The first 3 are 39 inches wide. The back one's about 5 foot wide. Have to watch. We ride Andy in the back. We've got to tie him up because he'll turn around and ride backwards. On over here, we got 4 more trailer ties, and again we had these made. It's got 4 more drop down windows on this side. There are no bars on this side. This is the butt side, so you get good airflow through there. There are some roof vents too. Sharon has camp set up all nice. You can see the awning. First time we've really been able to use that. It's been too windy. I guess I should tell you we're in Colorado right now. You probably noticed by the aspen trees. It's got 2 outdoor speakers out here for the stereo. We got a Camp Chef grill. Sharon's been fixing some amazing gourmet food on that thing. We got a RV mat in front. The table for the trailer is removable. You can take it inside or out. I like that rather than one that sticks in the floor. It's got 2 outside receptacles out here that are run from the generator. You can see the night light. It advertises also for the company that did the conversion on this horse trailer, Outback Customs. They did a phenomenal job. So far we haven't found anything wrong with anything that they've done, and we've used this trailer several times. So everything works perfect. Everything works the way it was designed to. It's just been a real treat the way everything has worked, and when you need it, it's there for you. It has each side has, like I said, has a step that folds up to make it easier to get inside. This one has a sliding screen door. You just open it and it slides back into itself there. Come on in and we'll show you around on the inside. Over the gooseneck is the bed, and you can see there are cabinets up there. It does have pretty good storage for clothing and that kind of thing. There you can see the controls for the generator, the water pump, the water heater. This is how you turn the generator on and off, and this tells you when your tanks are full or when your battery's low. Still have 2/3 of the battery left, and we've been here a week. It's got a fuel gauge to tell you how much gasoline you have for the generator. You push down to prime it when the light comes on, and it fires right up. You can see we've been using it for a week. We haven't even used a quarter of a tank of fuel yet. You can see how quiet it is. We even have the door open. We just have the screen shut, and you can barely hear it. That's how you turn the generator off. Again, we have more storage here. Sharon has that full of food. It's got soft touch doors that close slowly. More storage up here. It does have a television, a stereo. The lighting in here is really good. You can see more storage up above the sofa here. The sofa does fold out into a jackknife bed. It's not real long, but I have slept on it. Has a pull-out ottoman under the chair for whoever wants an ottoman. Storage on the inside of the ottoman for cards or games. And you just slide it back in there. The refrigerator, it's 8 cubic feet. We have water bottles frozen in there right now, no frozen food. You can see what we have in store for the next few days for food. This is the thermostat, controls the heater, air conditioning, has a convection microwave, vent hood with a light, fan, more storage. One thing that this horse trailer did not have is a lot of countertop space.
But that little table makes up
Yeah,
for
the
that.
table helps out a lot.
And it matches, it's the same countertop,
Right.
so it blends real nice.
And the way we use this thing, we pull it into some pretty rugged country. So we did not want one with a slide out that would be bouncing up and down and possibly giving us trouble. So it doesn't have a slide out. It's 8 feet, the trailer itself is 8 feet wide. It's perfect for Sharon and I. We set the coffee pot on top of the stove here. It's got a glass cover over the stove. It's a 2-burner stove. And then we have drawers for silverware. And again, they're soft closed drawers. This is the bathroom. You can see there is a sink, shower, toilet. There is, we have a laundry hamper in the bottom down there. I think you could also use that, put another bar across there and have more hanging storage, but Sharon and I don't have a lot of hanging clothing, so that works good for us.
Might be the best part.
It's got a skylight, and that puts a lot of light in here, especially in the morning.
Yeah. I didn't think the skylight was necessary until I saw how much light it drew in the mornings.
I think this is actually some kind of vinyl plank flooring, but it's real tough stuff. We've gotten small gravel and stuff in here and walked around on it, and it doesn't scratch the flooring at all. It has a sliding pocket door. That's solid wood. It's real heavy. That door weighs a lot. And then you just snap this leather so when you're traveling, the door doesn't slide back and forth. It is, the air conditioning is vented out of the ceiling, and the heater is vented down low. You can see one of the heater vents down there.
And it works.
Yeah, it works very efficiently. It takes no time at all, even if it's 100 degrees outside, to cool this thing right down. It's got a 15,000 BTU Dometic air conditioner unit on the roof.
And our favorite part, here, I'll take this down right here.
Yeah, it's got 2 cowboy hat racks. Sharon and I have matching cowboy hats, so that when we ride, we can keep the sun off our ears and neck and head. Especially me, I'm bald, so I need something to keep the sun off. Sharon said I got pretty bad sunburn the other day from not wearing a hat. So all of the ceilings and walls are soft touch. That's cushioned. You can see over here, that's real soft. You push on it. There's some kind of sponge material behind it. The way Outback designed this thing, I love the colors of the walls and the ceiling. Everything blends together really well. If Outback gets a chance to look at this video at some point, you did an amazing job, especially the hardwood cabinets. Everything's solid wood. There is no particle board or veneer type plastic finish that'll peel off eventually. They're all hardwood. Everything's soft close. They just did a great job with the colors, the design, everything. It's kind of our style.
Kind of makes you want to use it, doesn't it?
You can see Sharon has set camp up very nicely. She's the little decorator. I sit while she cleans and decorates.
Oh. Want to go see the mules?
Yeah, let's go see the mules. We'll show you the front of the trailer too.
We've got a little wood pile going. We're going to have company up, and we're going to have a nice little fire. Oh, the outside speakers are really good, and there's 3 zones. And I'd play some music, but
I guess we forgot to tell you, this is a 4-star trailer. You can see the brand there. We drove across Oklahoma and Colorado out in the plains and picked up a lot of bugs, but we shopped for just about every trailer brand out there, and in the end we just felt like with the quality, build, fit, finish, how tough it was made, that 4-star met our needs. And my dad always said, don't ever be afraid to buy the best. You'll never be disappointed. And we're not disappointed. I ordered these locks online. They're called Fort Knox locks. They're supposed to be almost impenetrable. They are supposed to be the best locks for gooseneck trailers.
and they have the same key to both locks. And you can see they're all
The mules have all
happy.
ate. They are ready for bed.
Yep.
They see something up on the side of the hill up there, or they hear something,
Let me see, Andy.
and they're all very interested in it.
There's a lot of cattle roaming. It could be a cow.
This is Andy, you already met him. This is Sharon's mule. Tell them what kind it is.
This is a Missouri Foxtrotter, about 14 one hands. He's a little small, but I'm a beginner, and I needed to start out with something I could handle really well, and I'm in love, so he's it for life. What do you see, Andy? Huh? What do you see, big boy? I don't see anything up there. You gonna come with me? He's my little buddy.
This is Daisy. She's a Tennessee Walker.
Andy won't let me see her.
She's about 15 hands. Andy doesn't like for us to pay any attention to Daisy at all. Daisy is just about completely perfect.
She is perfect.
She picks her steps extremely well on the trail. She's a good smooth ride. Both of these mules are gated.
Yeah, and what's Daisy?
Do I feel good, Andy? Daisy is a Missouri Foxtrotter. Does that feel good? Huh?
He's got an itch. And they are 4 years old. They're a month apart.
They were raised together. They've been in the same pen together their entire lives. They were born 1 month apart.
And they have the same Jack daddy. Just different mamas. And these two we got from Leroy Johnson. If you get a chance to go and look at his videos on YouTube, Leroy Johnson Mules. Is that the website?
Leroy Johnson Gated Mules.
Yeah, Gated Mules. And
If you buy a Leroy Johnson mule, you'll never be disappointed. They are just in your pocket. They like attention. He spends an enormous amount of time with them for 4 years before he sells them. The unique thing about Leroy's mules is when you saddle them up, they will lay down for you to mount. And then after you mount, you give them the instruction to get up, and they'll get up with you on their back. And after you're finished riding, you give the instruction to lay down, and they'll lay down for you to get off.
and you can shoot off them.
Yeah, you can shoot off of them. They'll jump fell timber. They cross water extremely well, which was important to us because we're going to elk hunt with these two mules. And Leroy kind of trained them to do exactly what we're going to do with them.
And
they're exceptional.
yeah, they are really exceptional.
So if you get a chance, go to Leroy Johnson Gated Mules, take a look at what he's got. You better get in line because he sells them pretty quick. I guess I should say that Leroy has become friends with Sharon and I. We're out here in Colorado, and it is Thursday, and on Saturday, Leroy's going to ride into camp and spend a few days with us, and we're going to do some trail riding with Leroy. Him and his wife Jan are just amazing, wonderful, wonderful people, and Sharon and I just enjoy every minute that we get to spend with them. Well, let's go on over here and look at Fred.
This is Mississippi Fred.
Fred is a Percheron standard jack mix. You can see his feet are pretty large. If he had been bred with a mammoth jack, he would be extremely tall. Has a huge head. That head probably weighs 150 pounds. You can see Fred never saw a blade of grass he didn't like to eat. He is a gentle giant. He loves attention. He'll follow you around the yard like a dog. The only thing is, he gets a little excited sometimes And you have to watch your feet because he wants to stand right next to you all the time. He'll just go wherever you go. Isn't that right, Fred?
And where'd we get Fred?
We got Fred. Fred was a Max Bishop mule.
And
We
his
went
name,
to,
tell
what
him
was
his
it,
name.
Paragould?
I think so, yep.
Yeah, his name used to be Lightning Bob.
And you can see videos on him. I think it's Meet Bob.
On Max Bishop's website.
Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out to Max Bishop. Max Fred has been everything that we could have ever hoped for. If you're looking for a good mule, Max Bishop might be a good start for you too. But Fred's just been amazing, and what a lover. I mean, Fred is, you can see he tried to get so close that he almost stepped on me there. I'm not sure what he weighs, but it's quite a bit. All Fred wants to do is eat, and then if he's not eating, he wants to be loved on. Isn't that right,
And
Fred?
we just need him to pack a whole elk by himself.
Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good
He's
boy.
liking that.
Over here we have Rowdy.
Tell about Fred. We let him loose the first 24 hours and running up these mountains and not even winded at all.
Yeah, and he had a set of hobbles on too.
Yeah.
And he was just running up the side of the mountain there. He was trying to check everything out. If you're not with him all the time, he's very curious. He's like a cat. He wants to go see what's going on everywhere.
And he was
But
climbing.
you can see, he just wants to be loved on. So, he just likes attention. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
This over here is Rowdy. Him and Fred are usually in the same pen together. So he's a little nervous. He wants Fred right beside all the time. Fred, you're a good boy. Rowdy likes attention too. He's a little worked up because Fred's not standing right here next to him. We had to put them on separate picket lines because we don't want to lose them.
He wants scratched.
You want scratched?
I think this is our beauty, though.
This is where it all started right here. We got this mule off of Lloyd Hawley. And if you know anything about mules at all, or you've ever been to Bishop, California, you've seen Lloyd compete because Lloyd competed for many years. Lloyd's a good friend of ours from Prairie Grove, Arkansas. And we got Rowdy from Lloyd. This was a gift to me from Sharon because my old horse was getting too old to pack elk anymore. And Rowdy packed an elk last year by himself out of some pretty rugged country. In fact, if you'll look back that way and see through the mountains there, we were about 6 miles back in there where that elk was. And Rowdy just brought it out and never got winded. He just wanted more and more and more. You can see Fred, he's eating again. That's all Fred wants to do is eat.
Let's go show the lines that they're on, what you came up with. Come on, Rowdy.
Come on, Rowdy.
You come with us.
Rowdy's kind of like a dog too. He'll follow.
Mules
wherever
are
you
just
go.
really personable. They just really like company.
We got these aluminum picket stakes from Lisa at Tough Enough down in Greenwood, Arkansas. They're lightweight, they're strong. We got 3 of those. And then I came up with the snaps and the rope and just kind of tied it all together. But they have the ability to roam around and graze a little bit. We still feed them hay. You can see some of the hay on the ground over there. And we've been graining them twice a day because we're using them hard. We give them that sweet mix. And Rowdy doesn't like the picket line as much as the rest of them do fine with it, but Rowdy thinks he needs to be standing right next to Fred all the time. You can probably see some of the scenery in the background over here. This is where we're at. Aspens down low, pine trees up high. It's really beautiful here. We were lucky this meadow was open when we got here today, and or when we got here. What day did we get here? On Monday?
Yeah.
Monday? Yeah. So we were able to park the trailer over there next to the aspen trees and have all of this for grazing. And we can pull these picket stakes up and move these picket lines around too. There's some pretty good grass down there at the end of the field, and we may do that in the next day or two. But we have been feeding them hay as well, so. But you can see this is beautiful country.
Yep.
We've got a great setup here.
You can see they've adjusted to these picket lines just fine. Mules are real funny. Each one of them has their own little wallowed out dirt spot where they like to roll. And I'll try and get some footage of them rolling throughout.
Yeah, Rowdy's
the
been
week.
rolling out here today. He's all covered in dust. Rowdy's a good boy too. He likes that loving.
He's beautiful.
When we got into the mules, we didn't realize that they were more like dogs than they were horses. When you go out to the field every day, they will come running to the gate to meet you. If you turn them loose, they'll follow you just like dogs do. We were trying to build a fence this summer, and we were having a hard time because Fred and Rowdy wanted to be right in the middle of the fence building. We kept having to move them away. But they want to be involved in everything.
Everything, right, Rowdy? All right.
It's all right, Rowdy.
He just wants us to stay here and love on him. You want some what? Huh? You want some love? You give me those sad eyes, I rub on you.
But this is home for the next week and a half. None of this would have been possible without Sharon. She fell in love with a mule and decided that she needed some more. So we had one, now we've got 4. Hoping to cut it off at that. The horse trailer, never in my wildest imagination did I ever think we'd have anything that nice. But Sharon made that possible too. We've got a nice horse trailer and a nice truck to pull it with, and this is how we intend to spend our retirement, is doing this right here. So in the summer times, we'll be in Colorado most of the summer. Wants to be right in the middle of everything, so I'm going to try and show you. We've got a 48-gallon Half Moon water tank and a Champion generator, and we got a sump pump, and we stick that pump in the river and hook a garden hose up, and I've got an RV water filter that we put on the end of the hose and stick down in the tank so that it cleans the water before we put it in the tank. And we can transfer this water out of this tank into the tank on the horse trailer, or we just run it out of here with a hose and water the mules with this, but we can transfer it too. Andy, I'm back about as far as I can go, buddy. That's the best thing about these Leroy Johnson mules. There's no kick, buck, bite.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a
They're
thing.
just perfect. They just want to be, they want to be with you all the
As
time.
close as they can get.
Don't you? Huh? You like to be with us, don't you? They love to have their ears rubbed on, which is, mules kind of have a problem with their ears, but these guys love ear scratching. Does that feel good, Ann? Huh?
You want me to do it too? I'll do it. And when they lower their head, they are happy. Want to go hang out with Daisy? Look at that view.
It's quite a sunset. We're at about 9,200 feet here. We're going to ride up to about 11,000 feet tomorrow evening, Saturday. We've got a week left to ride.
I could never get too much of that.
The mules are all fed and happy tonight.
You ready to call it a day?
Yep, this is home for the next week and a half. Thanks for watching. Again, love the grandkids. We do these videos for the grandkids, so if this isn't your cup of tea, just realize we do this for the young ones.
Hey, show you off a little bit. Back, back. What you hear? You hear something again? Huh? Look, you just touch them. Look. You just touch them. Guess he's hungry. This is my Andy, my gift from Jim. My little dust ball.
Sharon's going to be the most beautiful woman on the mountain tomorrow on top of Andy.
We've had a full day, but we're having the time of our life. So,
You want to say bye to the grandkids?
bye grandbabies. I'll call them out. Bella and Macy and Owen and Everlyn and Oakland and the ones that aren't even born yet. We love you guys. Bye.